Hello everyone, hope you all are good and safe at home. Welcome back to the educational channel. Dear students, today we are going to start our new lesson that is called Kalpana Chawla. Unit 9, lesson number 9, Kalpana Chawla. I hope you know about the Kalpana Chawla. Is it? Everybody like her. Is it? So in this video we are going to study about reading the few paragraphs, new words and explanation of the lesson. Lesson number 9, Kalpana Chawla. This is the first part. I am going to explain the paragraphs. Now here you can see the meaning of new words list. Take the screenshot and write it on in your English notebook. Okay children. So I know you everybody know about the Kalpana Chawla. She is very famous aeronautical person, is it? Now look at here picture. She is Kalpana Chawla was born on March 17, 1962 in Kurnool, Punjab. Now in this Punjab we can call Haryana, that is country India. So this brief information has given in our textbook also. So Kalpana Chawla was born on March 17, 1962 in Kurnool, Punjab, now in Haryana, India. She completed her earlier schooling at the Tagore Bal Niketan Senior Secondary School, Kurnool that is, and completed her Bachelor of Engineering degree in Aeronautical Engineering at Punjab Engineering College at Chandigarh in 1982. She moved to the United States in 1982 where she obtained a Master of Science degree in Aerospace Engineering from the University of Texas at Arlington in 1984. So here this is the short brief information about the Kalpana Chawla, but in our lesson have given more information about the Kalpana Chawla. She's achievements, she's awards and she's desire, everything. So let us study about Kalpana Chawla in this video. So here your lesson, look at the picture. Kalpana Chawla. So these paragraphs, I am going to read these paragraphs. You listen carefully and understand properly, and also you should inspire from her. Is it? Okay. Listen carefully. Kalpana Chawla was born in Kurnool, a small town in erstwhile Punjab, now Haryana. And she was really lucky to be born there, for Kurnool was one of the few towns in India which had a flying club. She and her brother Sanjay used to follow the small, slow moving Pushpak aeroplanes on their bicycles just to figure out where these aeroplanes were headed. Very often, both of them used to fall and hurt themselves because they were looking up at the planes instead of the road while cycling. They would often pester their dad to take them flying, and finally, one day, he relented. Both the children took turns riding in the Pushpak as well as a glider that the flying club had. So she was born, as before I said it, she was born on in Kurnool, March 17, 1962. Is it? Here the word erstwhile, it means in the past. So the Karnal is a small town in the old Punjab, means it is a former before the Punjab. Now it's become Haryana. Which one? Karnal, Haryana. So she really lucky born in that Karnal, because the Karnal, the towns, the small town was one of the few towns in India was flying, which had flying club. So it has that place, that small town has flying club. So that is inspired to her to go aerospace, is it? So and his brother, she and his brother in childhood, they are following the small and slow moving pushpak aeroplanes. Look at the picture, pushpak and aeroplanes. And because they very curious to see those, as you know that this is called a pushpak aeroplanes on there. And they are cycling, both they are cycling, his brother and she, her brother and she cycling. While cycling, they are looking upside, only they were observing the pushpak aeroplanes, and they are observing aeroplanes, so that they very often they used to fall and hurt themselves, because if you looked upside, how can you move on the road, is it? So while cycling, they fell down and hurt, they injured there, because they did not worry about that. They have to curious to see the aeroplanes, is it? And here you can see this is called glider. As before I said you, glider also, it is the basic structure of the aeroplane, is it? And they are also pester. Pester means here, the pester means to annoy or trouble continuously. They both troubling to his father to take them flying. So one day he relented, means not strictly. Relented means what? Relented means not to become less severe strict. He did not make the strict, but finally his father took those children riding in the pushpak as well as glider. So both they enjoy the gliding, going to the airplanes. And next, I think that's a really my closest link to aerospace engineering that I can dig deep down and find out there. She said in the one of her interviews. So when Sanjay and Kalpana Chawla took turns riding in the Pushpaka aeroplanes, so then that is the first and real closest link, that is only first link to aerospace engineering, to successfully complete aerospace engineering. So curious in that way, that future, in that job. So she said in the one of her interviews, what she said. So that is the first experience when she was riding in the pushpak. That is the first experience, first link to aerospace engineering. I hope you understood. Next, when she was 11 years, her imagination was further ignited by the glamorous photographs of the Viking landers' Mars mission in the Illustrated Weekly of India. Her father knew J.R.D. Tata, a pioneering Indian pilot and illustrationist, quite well. He was also partly instrumental in inculcating her interest in flying. In another interview, she said, also growing up, we knew of this person, J.R.D. Tata, who had done some of the first mail flights in India, and also the aeroplane that he flew for the mail flight now hangs in one of the aerodromes out there that I had a chance to see. Seeing this aeroplane and just knowing what this person had done during those years was very intriguing and definitely captivated my imagination. So in the 11 years old, when she was in 11 years old, her imagination for further ignited means set fire, activated her imagination, her curious to the aeroplane, to know the aerospace, to go into the aerospace, ignited means activated. When she saw the glamorous photograph, attractive photography of Viking landers mass missions in Illustrated Weekly of India. So it is one of the mission glamorous photos. So when she saw that one, she became activated by seeing those photographs, and also she motivated by the person. Which person? JRD, because her father knew about JRD Tata because he was a pioneering Indian pilot and illustrated. So she became inspired by knowing the JRD Tata's achievements. What he has done? He has done some of the first mail flight. He achieved first mail flight. So when she knew about this person, when she knew about his achievements, then she became interested in the aerospace. Who? Kalpana Chawla. So the combination of these experiences fueled her desire to become an aeroplane engineer when she was just a child. So in the 11 years old, when she heard and when she saw photograph, when she heard about that person, achievement person in the aeroplane, so those inspiration, those experience, these influence, when she heard about J.R.D. Tata's achievements and when she saw glamorous photos of the Mars mission illustrated weekly of India in the newspaper, so she become inspired. These combinations means these are all influence. These experiences fueled means here encouraged her desire, encouraged her to become an aeroplane engineer when she was just a child. When she was just means 11 years, 12 years old years. And next, at the time, the education system in India was such that one had to decide during class 8 itself what stream one wanted to take. So she chose to study physics, chemistry and mathematics because, as she rightly said, I am going to do aerospace engineering. So in that time, in the 1962, after the 1962, in that time the education system is in India was different. How it is? When they will 8th class, when they will high school section, then only they have to decide what they have to wanted to take in the degrees, which subject they have to want to study in the future. So they have to decide in that time, they have to choose that time itself in the high school level. So she decided to study physics, chemistry and mathematics. So because she was going to do aerospace engineering, so that she has taken physics, chemistry, mathematics. Kalpana Chawla passed out from Tagore School, Colonel, in 1976. She obtained her aeronautical engineering degree from Punjab Engineering College in Chandigarh in 1982. During her first year in college, whenever anyone asked her what she wanted to do, she would say, I want to be a flight engineer. So she has in 1976 she passed out degrees in Tagore School, high school level, 10th standard, Tagore School, Colonel, and then she has taken aeronautical engineering degree in Chandigarh in 1982. So whenever anybody asked her what she wanted to become, always she would say, I want to be a flight engineer. So she kept in the mind, she kept in the heart, her desire was she wanted to be a flight engineer. So children, you also make it clear your way in the future what you want to do, what you want to become. Is it? So we can make our way to easy from now onwards. So how she has made easy her way. Is it? So next paragraph, but I am quite sure at the time I didn't really have a good idea of what a flight engineer did, because flight engineers do not do aircraft design, which was an area I wanted to pursue and did pursue in my career. And it's a sort of nice coincidence that that's what I am doing on this flight, she said just before boarding Columbia in January 2003. So she kept in the mind she had to become flight engineer, but she don't know anything about that. How they will did, how they will make, what they will do, what is the work in that job. She don't know anything. But quite sure means more sure that I didn't really have a good idea. But she has knew that, she has sure that she had a good idea in that. Means she had to do a good ideas in that career. Pursue means here get, to get in my career, wanted to get and did in her career something new. So she has said this in January 2003 when she was boarding Columbia. So next, soon after passing out from Punjab Engineering College, she moved to the United States to obtain a Master of Science degree in Aerospace Engineering. She was successfully awarded the degree by the University of Texas in 1984. She got her second Master of Science degree in Mechanical Engineering 2 years later in 1986. Finally, she did her PhD in Aerospace Engineering in 1988 from the University of Colorado. Later that year, she took up a job at NASA Ames Research Center. So soon after when she passed engineering course, she moved United States. Then she she got a Master of degree in the aerospace engineering, and she successfully awarded the degree by the University of Texas in 1984. And after second master degree also she has taken in the mechanical engineering. So totally she has awarded, means she has got 2 master degrees. One is aerospace engineering master degree, Master of Science degree, and another one mechanical engineering. The Master of Science degree in mechanical engineering. Then finally she also have taken the PhD, Master of PhD in aerospace engineering in 1988 from the University of Colorado. So later years she took a job in the NASA Ames Research Center. So this is how she joined the NASA. It's a way. And next, Kalpana held a certificated flight instructor's license for aeroplanes and gliders, as well as commercial pilot's license for single and multi-engine aeroplanes, seaplanes and gliders. When she joined the job in the NASA, so then she has taken the certificates, means license certificates to aeroplanes, for aeroplanes and gliders. So then not only single, multi-engine. Next paragraph. Soon after reaching the US, Kalpana married John Per Harrison in 1983 and was granted a US citizenship in 1990. She traveled to India in the winter of 1991 with her husband and spent time with her family in Kurnool. That was the last time she set foot in India after she became an astronaut. She hardly had time for anything else. So after reaching the US, she got married with a person. His name was John Page Harrison. Look at the picture. And she got USA citizenship in 1990 and she traveled to India in 1991 and she spent time with husband and with his family in Kurnool. And that after when she has become an astronaut, she didn't get the time to spend with her family. Is it clear? So next paragraph. In 1993, she joined Oversight Methods Inc. California as Vice President and Research Scientist. Here she led her team of researchers who were responsible for developing and implementing efficient techniques to perform aerodynamic optimization. So after she has joined Oversight and she joined Oversight Methods in California as a vice president and research person, and she got a team and she had taken, that team was very responsible and developing the efficient. Here efficient means capable, very capable techniques. So implementing means carry out the capable techniques to perform aerodynamic optimization. So in the March 1995, Kalpana Chawla joined the NASA astronaut corps and got selected for the first flight in 1996 after undergoing vigorous training she went on her first space mission in November 1997. She was part of the 6-member crew that flew the, look at the picture. So it was the, she joined the NASA astronaut corps, and in that she got selected for her first flight in 1996. And here vigorous means very strict and severe training. When she has taken strict and severe training, she went on her first space mission in November 1997. She was one of the member in the 6 crew. Means here, look at here, 6 members. She has to second the opportunity to go her first flight in 1996. Is it clear? So next, space means she was a part of the 6 members crew that flew the Space Shuttle Columbia flight STS-87. So when she has taken first flight, she has taken the opportunity in the space go settled, that one settled, that's a Space Shuttle Columbia flight. It is the name of the satellite, is it? STS-87. She was assigned the duty of a mission specialist and prime robotic arm operator. The purpose of STS-87 was to focus on experiments designed to study how the weightless environment of space affected various physical processes, as well as to observe the sun's outer atmospheric layers. So when she has taken one of the member in the 6 members crew that to fly the Space Shuttle Columbia flight STS-87, she assigned, here assigned means to what we say, allocated means given the duty, that duty, which duty they have given to her specialist and to checking the robotic arm operator, and also focusing experiment designs and how to study the how the weightless environment of space affected. So what job she has gone, what work she have to go do in that first flight. So which work? And she also observed the sun's outer atmospheric layers and physical process, various physical process of the outside environment. So next paragraph, in her first mission, Kalpana Chawla travelled over 6.5 million miles in 252 orbits of the Earth, longing 376 hours and 34 minutes in space, an hour and a half to travel around the Earth once. My goodness, how small this planet really is, said Kalpana Chawla, recalling her emotions during her flight into space. So in her first mission, she travelled 6.5 million miles in orbits, 250 orbits of the Earth. So then when she travelled in the space, she became wonder and she saw the Earth. When she travelled around the Earth, she became wonder and she said, my goodness, how small this planet really is. If we saw around complete that Earth from outside, it's look very small, isn't it? So then she recalled her emotions during her flight into the space. So that is the first experience, first achievements. Next paragraph. Kalpana Chawla was the first Indian born woman and the second person of India origin to fly in space. Rakesh Sharma had flown in a Soviet aircraft in 1984. While Rakesh Sharma represented India, Kalpana Chawla represented the US. Being a US citizen, they both had never met. So when she has represented the USA going to the first flight, first mission traveling in the space. Look at the picture. While in that time, Rakesh Sharma, he is also Indian. He is also one of the origin Indian, and the Rakesh Sharma and the second person had flown in Soviet aircraft in 1984. So the second person in India who? Rakesh Sharma. So first Indian woman, Kalpana Chawla, but she represented USA because when she got married, she has taken USA citizenship. And Rakesh Sharma represented India. Look at the picture. Is it? So they both, we feel proud they are Indian. Is it? To fly in space. First Kalpana Chawla and second person Rakesh Sharma. Is it clear? Okay, next paragraph. In 2000, she was selected for her second flight as part of the 7-member crew of STS-107. This mission seems to be jinxed right from the beginning. Therefore, repeated delays caused due to scheduling conflicts and technical faults. On January 16, 2003, Kalpana Chawla finally returned to space aboard the ill-fated space shuttle Columbia on mission STS-107. So in the 2000 she was selected her second flight part of the 7 members. So first one she has taken the part of the 6 members. In that second time she has taken in the 7 members one of them she has taken the opportunity. And this one jinxed means it is associated very bad luck for her because what happened? Let us see. As millions waited with bated breath for the space shuttle Columbia's return, it just disintegrated while re-entering the Earth's atmosphere. It was watched by aghast people all over the world. So Kalpana Chawla died a heroic death. So when she has taken second flight, part of the 7 members, one of the part of the 7 members crew. So every people are waiting to bated breath means to waiting, that is to return back that space shuttle Columbia, but by horrified, aghast means horrified, the re-entering the Earth's atmosphere, it is given the trouble of the Earth atmosphere that was scratched. Which one? In the space. In that times, as came breaking news, shuttle traveling at Mach 6, no way for crew to eject. So that one blast there only. So the Kalpana Chawla died in that space, second flight in the space. Who? Kalpana Chawla. So then Kalpana Chawla died a heroic death. Her brother Sanjay Chawla remarked, "To me, my sister is not dead. She is immortal. Is not that what a star is? She is a permanent star in the sky. She will always be up there where she belongs." So here immortal means never die. Immortal means never die. She will never die. That star, she is star to whom we can call star. Isn't that what a star is? Do you know star is what? Which one is a permanent star? Is not die. She is not never die. That is a star. So Kalpana Chawla has not died. She is not dead. She is immortal. Means she is never die. She will always be up there where she belongs. She is one of the permanent star in the sky. So her brother Sanjay Chawla, very feelingly, very proudly, he said these words with her love. It's so sad, but she achieved in the space, is it? And she become famous. She become inspired person to everyone. Kalpana Chawla has been posthumously awarded. Means posthumously means after death she awarded. These are the awards: the NASA Space Flight Medal, the NASA Distinguished Service Medal, and the Defense Distinguished Service Medal. Means shortly we get DDSM, the Congressional Space Medal of Honor. So these four medals she got. Is it? Look at the picture. So Sanjay Chawla remarked her, she is a permanent star in the sky. On 5th February 2003, our Prime Minister at the time, Mr. Atal Bihari Vajpayee, announced that all our meteorological satellites, METSAT, will now be renamed Kalpana. The first satellite of the series, METSAT-1, launched on September 12, 2002 by India, is now called Kalpana-1. So our Prime Minister in that time, Mr. Atal Bihari Vajpayee, announced that those satellite METSAT we will rename it as our famous person Kalpana Chawla. So the first satellite of the series METSAT-1, that time they launched on September 12, 2002 by India, is now they are renamed and called Kalpana-1. So this is the complete explanation about the Kalpana Chawla's, his life, his early life, his achievements, his desire, his awards. That's it. I hope you understood. Now take down the homework. Write the meaning of new words in English notebook one time and read the whole lesson and the meaning of new words 2 times. Is it clear? Okay. We will meet in the next video. Till then, thank you. Have a nice day, students.